Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Analytical English. This is Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
And I'm Bruce. And today we have two short articles for you. The first, which I will read almost immediately, is Animals Becoming Nocturnal to Avoid Human Contact.
好，我们的中文标题是人类影响生态，动物渐趋夜间活动。好 ，nocturnal 就是 active mainly during the night 啊，就是夜行的意思。
Like teenagers.
Yep.
Okay.
Like sleep-deprived teenagers.
All right, our two paragraphs are, there are many creatures that are naturally nocturnal, like owls and bats. According to the results of an international study, many animals around the world that are normally active during the day are changing their routine to be more nocturnal. Researchers tried to find a connection between the animal's schedule and human interference. The study involved 62 species from 6 continents and examined how their behavior patterns had changed based on certain human activities happening nearby, such as hiking, farming, and hunting. Results showed that, on average, the presence of humans caused a 20% increase in nighttime activity among animals in the study. Caitlin Gaynor, an ecologist at the University of California, Berkeley, who led the study, said, "We may think that we leave no trace when we're just hiking in the woods, but our mere presence can have lasting consequences."
So this makes sense. You know, humans are particularly noisy and invasive neighbors. When we tend to move into a neighborhood, the whole place goes downhill.
We give meaning to the term invasive species.
Right. I know, exactly.
Yeah.
So this studies is one of those studies where the result seems obvious, like, yep, people are changing things, but getting the actual proof of this is the way that is what you need in order to create policy change. You can't just be like, this seems to be so, and everyone's like, okay. Everyone's like, no, can you give us proof? And here it is, a 20% increase in nighttime activity. They're actually changing their behaviors.
好，所以呢，这个其实人类啊，这个其实是蛮吵的一种动物。好，你只要人类只要搬到某一个地方去，那个地方大概就很难安宁了。好，那所以刚刚这个 Bruce 老师讲，人类是所谓的 invasive species 啊。invasive 就是侵入性啊，所以人类真的是一种侵入性的物种啊，在某个地方人类只要一来啊 ，everything is going to be changed 啊 ，it's going to change 啊，这个应该直接用主动就好了，不需要用 be changed 的 ，be changed 是有人来把它改变的。
Also, change sounds more active.
Yeah,
like it sounds more like it's going to happen now.
Yeah, change 感觉起来好像就会发生啊，感觉比较主动，因为它不必被人家改变，它自己就会变的。
Yeah.So there are many creatures that are naturally nocturnal. If you're naturally a certain way, that means that's just how you normally are. And so animals like owls and bats are naturally nocturnal.
好，那有很多的 creatures 啊，生物，它们怎么样？它们是 naturally 自然的怎么样？夜行性，也就是它们本来天生就是夜行性的动物啊，例如说猫头鹰啊，例如说蝙蝠。
Okay, actually, Bienfu are crepuscular animals. Since man is diurnal, and we see bats coming out after the sun sets, we equate that they're flying all night. But actually, they're active at dawn and at dusk.
And they take a little nap in between.
Yeah, they sleep or digest in the day or the night, but they're active at dawn or dusk, and we call that crepuscular activity. Here's one you don't need to know, but if you're interested, crepuscular. One more time. crepuscular, crepuscular species.
好，这个字呢，它的意思就是在黄昏或者在黎明出没活动啊的这种动物的意思啊，它是指这个在黄昏或黎明出没活动的啊。那是一个形容词啊。那这个刚刚 Bruce 老师还用到另外一个是 diurnal 啊，那个是日行性的啊。那个 diurnal 啊，等一下我们这个文章里面会有啊。
Okay, next sentence. According to the results of an international study, many animals around the world that are normally active during the day are changing their routine to be more nocturnal. Well, we said nocturnal is active during the night. To be active during the day is diurnal, D-I-U-R-N-A-L. D-I-U-R-N-A-L. There we go, diurnal. And this was interesting to a group of scientists from around the world, an international study. They wanted to see whether if they were diurnal like people, but people went into their world, into their environment, would that change anything? Basically, that's what they tried to find out.
好，所以根据这个结果什么结果呢？一个国际研究的结果an international study 的结果很多的 animals 很多动物 around the world 世界上很多动物呢，它们 normally 一般正常的情况之下呢，它们是 active during the day 就是日行性的白天才会活动的diurnal 这种动物呢 are changing their routine 改变他们的生活习惯他们的作息routine 本来是规律发生的一些事情，那在这里可以说他们的生活作息，他们改变他们的生活作息呢，而且 are changing 表示他们逐渐正在改还没有完全改完，但是已经有这样的这个正在进行当中了他们把他们生活作息改成比较夜行性比较 nocturnal。
Researchers tried to find a connection between the animal's schedule and human interference. And it's not like they could walk up to the animals and conduct little studies. Do you go to bed later now? Like they had to stake out all these individual animals and check out when they went to bed, essentially. It was not an easy study to do, is what I'm saying.
No. 好，所以这地方讲到说呢，这个研究人员呢，他们试着要找到一个 connection 关联在两样东西中间找到关联。第一个是什么呢？ The animal's schedule 这个动物他们的行程也就是他们的作息啦。还有呢，人类的 interference 人类的干扰他们想要看看人类干扰跟这些动物他们的这个作息之间有没有什么样的 connection 有没有什么样的关联。
The study involved 62 species from 6 continents and examined how their behavior patterns had changed based on certain human activities happening nearby, such as hiking, farming, and hunting. So this international group of scientists chose 62 species from every continent except Antarctica, probably, and examined what they wanted to find out is how or does their behavior change if people nearby hunt, farm, hike, ride off-road motorcycles. If they have contact with human beings, will that change their either nocturnal or diurnal behavior?
这个 study 这个研究 involved 就是 included 包含了62个物种 species 是来自于6个大陆的这个62个物种，然后他们检验他们这个检查 examined 看一看 how their behavior patterns 他们的行为模式是如何的改变那 based on 是根据或者因为基于某些特定的人类活动看看某些特定的人类活动会不会让他们的这个行为有什么样的改变那这个某些人类活动是怎么样呢 happening nearby nearby 就是这个 not far away 附近发生的人类活动会不会影响到他们的作息？那例如什么样的这个附近人类的活动呢？例如说 hiking hiking 可以是健行，也可以是爬山爬小山登山跟爬山是不一样，登山是那种要装备的那种叫登山，那 hiking 就是爬山这小山爬一爬健身一下farming 农耕，还有呢 hunting 这个狩猎看这些活动。那注意这是 nearby， 你不一定要说踩到他们的窝才会影响到他们的生活作息你在附近活动可能就会影响他们的生活作息了。
And the results showed that on average, when they brought all the data together, some was more and some was less, but on average, the presence of humans caused a 20% increase in nighttime activity among animals in the study. So animals that usually were active in the daytime shifted as much as 1/5 of their activity to be nighttime activity. That is a huge shift. That's not a 2% or even a 10%. It's a 20% increase.
Results 就是结果 showed that 结果显示呢 on average 就是这个平均而言 the presence of humans 就人类的出现 the presence of humans 人类的存在呢会造成一个 20% 的增加increase 在哪一方面的增加呢a 20% increase in 在 nighttime activity 这一部分在夜间活动这一部分会增加也就是人类出现会让这个动物增加 20% 的夜间活动Not among animals in the study 就这个研究里面的这些动物里面呢会有这样的结果
Caitlin Gaynor, an ecologist at the University of California, Berkeley, who led the study, said, so this woman who teaches or does research at the University of California, Berkeley in ecology, which is trying to understand the balance of nature. So they're studying wildernesses. They're also studying animal and people interactions and so on. Well, she was the team leader. She led the study. And she said, we may think that we leave no trace when we're just hiking in the woods. People think, oh, it's wonderful to be out in nature, and I'm not going to litter. I'm not going to smoke. I will have no influence, no effect on the environment at all. But, she said, our mere presence, just being in the woods, in the wilderness, on the mountain, can have lasting consequences. It will have some, or can have, it may have some lasting influence.
好，所以我们看到呢，这个加州伯克莱大学分校这个生态学家就是我们Caitlin Gaynor 他说呢那他是谁呢 ？Who led the study？ 他主持或者主导这一个研究。他说呢 ，We may think， 我们也许会觉得说 ，We leave no trace， 我们没有留下任何的痕迹When we're just hiking in the woods 我们想说我们只是在这个森林里面只是走一走而已散散步而已我们没有留下痕迹，而且我们可能觉得我没有丢下垃圾我什么都没有做但是其实 our mere presence mere 在这里就是不需要别的，你只要人出现不需要别的，就可以怎么样有一个 lasting 持续的这个 consequences 一些持续的后果，持久的后果。所以你不要觉得我这个上礼拜去了，这礼拜没事了吧？你上礼拜去了，搞不好这礼拜还对这个当地的生物还是有某种影响。
Okay, let's flip the page and take a look at our second short article. For today, transgender rights law passed in Pakistan.
好，那我们的中文标题是巴基斯坦通过第三性权利法案那这个 transgender 就是跨性别的意思。
Okay, 2 paragraphs here, and here they are. In May 2018, members of Pakistan's parliament passed a law that protects the rights of transgender people against discrimination from employers, private business owners, and educational institutions. Although there are many opponents to the law, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act is a major win for human rights activists in the conservative country, where discrimination and violence against transgender people is an ongoing problem. The law guarantees the right for citizens in Pakistan to self-identify as either male, female, or both genders on all official documents like passports, driver's licenses, education certificates, and national identification cards. It also promises safe housing, medical and psychological care for transgender people, as well as the rights of inheritance and the right to run for political office.
So in May 2018, members of Pakistan's parliament and legislature are very similar words. There's some procedural differences, but they basically mean a body of lawmakers. And these lawmakers passed a law that protects the rights of transgender people against discrimination from employers, private business owners, and educational institutions.
好，在2018年的5月members of 就是成员巴基斯坦国会的成员，他们呢这个 parliament 的国会他们 passed a law， 他们通过了一项法律。那这个法律呢 protects the rights of 他们保护某些人的权利什么人的权利呢？这个 transgender people 这个 就是跨性别的人啊，保护他们的权益 ；against 啊，就是免受什么侵害啊，保护他们的权益，免受 discrimination， 免受歧视啊。那这歧视是来自于哪里来的歧视呢？来自于例如说 employers 啊，他们的雇主啊 ，private business owners 私营企业主，还有呢 educational institutions 啊，这个教育机构啊，所以让这些跨性别的人不会受到这雇主啦、企业主啊、教育机构等等的这个歧视。
Although there are many opponents to the law, if you are an opponent to or of a law, you oppose it. You are not in favor of it. The law is called the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act. That it passed in this country is a major win for human rights activists in the conservative country. Pakistan is a South Asian country. That whole area, no matter what the religion, tends to be rather conservative, which usually means traditional in its outlook and in its viewpoints. The act, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act, therefore is a major win. It was perhaps unexpected that the legislature would pass such a law to protect transgender people because for them, most of them very traditional, I'm sure many of them opposed the bill, but more supported it than opposed it, so it passed.
好，这个句子很长，那我们先看这个前半部啊。所以他说，虽然呢 there are 有一些啊 there are many 不是一些，有很多的 opponents 就是反对者啊。那这个字啊，其实你去把它拆开来记啊，那个 op 啊就是 against 啊，那个 pon 啊就是 put 的意思啊，所以就 position。所以呢，它的 position 是 against you， 所以它是 opponent 啊。所以呢，有很多的反对者哈 to the law， 很多人反对这个法律，但是呢，这个法律的名字叫做跨性别者啊权利保护法案啊。那它这个法案呢 is a major win 啊，这个大家可以学起来，它是个重大的胜利啊 is a major win 啊。那这个 win 在这里就是 victory 的意思啊，但这个 win 它比 victory 还觉得多了一点，好，我赢你了，我终于赢你了啊，那种感觉起来是双方在争那种感觉啊。那对谁来讲重大胜利呢？对于这个人权倡议者啊，这个 human rights activists 啊 ，activists 就是他很活跃啊，他在倡议这个人权啊。那这些倡议者是在哪里呢？是在 in the conservative country 啊 ，conservative 就是很保守。那 the 它这里用了一个定冠词，所以它指的是特定的。那这里我们从上下文很清楚的知道，这个特定的保守国家指的就是巴基斯坦。
In Pakistan, discrimination and violence against transgender people is an ongoing problem. That's one way to say it. It never stopped. A traditional society has a great deal of difficulty trying to understand why people might want to change the sex they were born as, along with certain kinds of behavior and the right of assembly with people who have the same point of view and on. And they've been hurt, even killed by people who oppose their worldview and their feelings.
好，那这个地方呢，我们刚刚讲前半句的是做这个in the conservative country， 然后呢打一个逗点 where， 所以这个 where 呢指的就是在这一个国家啊，这是一个关系副词啊，在这个国家，在这个保守的国家呢，怎么样呢 ？discrimination 歧视，还有 violence 还有这个暴力啊，这个歧视跟暴力都针对谁呢 ？against 就是针对的意思，所以针对这些跨性别者的歧视还有暴力呢，这样的一个问题 is an 它是个怎么样的 ongoing 这个 problem ongoing 就是这个currently happening 就是一直持续一直不断的持续在发生的一个问题这个所以他们不但歧视这些跨性别者，他们可能还会攻击这些跨性别者。
The law guarantees the right for citizens in Pakistan to self-identify. To guarantee a right means that they unequivocally say that you have this right. And the right is to do what? It is to self-identify as either male, female, or both genders. So that means that you can call yourself a man or a woman regardless of your actual sex. you could identify as both genders, apparently, which is an unusual sort of choice for these kinds of things, on all official documents. So an official document is anything that the government issues in some capacity to identify you. So a passport definitely is an official identifying document. A driver's license also functions as this in many countries. Then there's education certificates like diplomas and things. And then there's also national identification cards, which is the most central of identity documents.
好，所以我们看到说，这个 the law 就是他们通过的这条法律呢 ，guarantees 就它保证the right 保证权利，保证这些人的权利保证什么权利呢？这权利可以让 citizens 让这个巴基斯坦的这个公民可以 self-identify 就是任何巴基斯坦的公民都可以 self-identify as 就是自我认定你说这个 biologically 怎么样那是一回事，但是我自我认定我有这个任何巴基斯坦公民都有权利自我认定，我是 either 我要么就是 male， 要么就是 female， 或者是 both genders， 或者是你可以自我认定我是个跨性别者，所以我是男的也是女的那自我认定在哪里认定呢 ？On all official documents 在所有的官方的文件上面做这样的自我认定这个其实讲的就是像身份证上面那个性别栏，那个就是一种在官方文件上面的自我认定不，当然台湾目前据我所知应该是还没有办法自我认定说你是 both genders， 但我们的身份证上面一定会写你是男的还是女的好，所以他说在所有的这个正式文件就官方文件上面，你可以 self-identify， 要认为自己是男的是女的都可以。那官方文件包括什么东西呢？例如 like 就是举例，例如 passports 我们的护照就是他所谓的护照了然后呢 driver's licenses 这个驾驶执照那注意那个 driver's license 那个 driver 有一个一撇 s 不是 driver licenses 是 driver's licenses 好，然后呢 education certificates 就是学历证书你受了什么教育，你有什么样的 certificate 当然文凭毕业证书都是属于这种 education certificates， 还有你的 national identification cards 就是你的国民身份证叫做 national identification cards。
It also promises safe housing, medical, and psychological care for transgender people, as well as the rights of inheritance and the right to run for political office. So in addition to the right to self-identification, the Act promises safe housing. You can choose to live where you want to live. Medical help, psychological care. You can inherit from your parents, and you can pass on your assets to your children if you have them. You can even run for political office according to the new Act.
好，那 it also promises 它也保证这个也就这个法案保证了 safe 的安全的 housing 它的安全的居住然后呢还有 medical 你在医药方面的，还有怎么样 psychological 心理方面的 care 所以你可以享受 medical care 你可以这个享受医疗的这个照顾，你也可以有心理的这个照顾心理方面的咨询等等的照顾对于这些跨性别的人都有这样的照顾，所以你都可以得到这些东西as well as 你同时也拥有 the rights of inheritance 就是你拥有继承权因为可能之前这法律没有通过的时候，可能有人说你是 transgender 你不可以这个不可以继承现在呢它法律规定它有继承权，而且呢它有 the right to run for political office 它可以有权利去竞选公职 run for 就是竞选那这个political office 就是公职。
Okay, that's it for our two short articles for today. Keep joining us, and we'll keep teaching you. Until the next time,
bye-bye.